Semper ad altum. Semper ad altum, a Latin phrase that when translated means ever higher, became a defining phrase of this past biennium. In every speech I have made over this past 2 years, I have issued a challenge to raise the bar for Sigma Nu, to take it ever higher. I have also used those opportunities to express my deep appreciation, as I will again now, for the incredible privilege of serving an organization I love so much, especially in a role of leadership such as Regent. It has been an awe-inspiring responsibility to facilitate the work of a team of dedicated volunteers and staff members in positively impacting the lives of so many young men who are members of an organization that has initiated over 225,000 in its 141 years. I realized from the beginning that my most important duty was to ensure that the work of that team left the fraternity stronger on the last day of the biennium than it was on the first. My charge therefore became Semper ad altum, to take Sigma Nu ever higher through a focus on growth. Sigma Nu is a better organization today because we went back to one of our mission's most basic tenets, that we exist to foster growth through love and truth and honor. We are better because we focused on the growth of the individual brother, the growth of our chapters, and the growth of our organization. Let's begin our discussion of the growth of Sigma Nu by focusing on the growth of individuals. There's an article that I've often quoted that mentions the defining characteristic of a great leader being his character. Character is that special quality that we seek to develop as we grow our individual members. Our primary vehicle for achieving such growth is our LEAD program. When it was originally introduced, it was the first Greek leadership development program of its kind. Today, it remains the only multi-phase program and the only program that focuses specifically on ethical leadership. This year, 100% of our collegiate chapters made use of this valuable program, and the entire LEAD program curriculum has now been made available online and on demand, making it more accessible, less costly to produce, and more impactful. College of Chapters, held in odd-numbered years, is based on Phase 2 of LEAD. In 2009, we set a new attendance record with 380 collegiate members and 97% of our chapters convening in Lexington, Virginia for this intensive leadership training program. After we concluded the Institute with an inspirational recreation of the founding of Sigma Nu on the VMI parade ground, the participants departed with valuable leadership knowledge and skills and a new appreciation for the 140-year history of our order. The LEAD program received 2 prestigious awards this biennium, both of which celebrate excellence in educational programs. The American Society for Association Executives presented us with the Advancing America Award, and the program was selected as a finalist for the H.R.H. Kirkland Fellow Program. And we are committed to LEAD's continued excellence through an independent scientific evaluation conducted by George Mason University. LEAD is key to the growth of the character of our members, and we remain committed to retaining its relevance, its value, and its quality. Community service and philanthropy have always been hallmarks of Sigma Nu and are important means of developing the hearts of our members as we prepare them to serve in the light of truth. Our Helping Hand initiative was launched in 2004 as a formal program to encourage all chapters to improve and increase their contributions to worthy causes. Our Helping Hand partners are the Character Counts program, focusing on issues of ethics in secondary schools, Habitat for Humanity, which supports the building of affordable housing, and St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, which is dedicated to meeting the needs of children with cancer and their families. These organizations, as well as other charitable partners, deserve our support and our gratitude. You provided that support by raising more than $500,000 for charitable purposes over the last 2 years and donating more than 70,000 hours of service. We support the growth of the mind of each of our brothers by emphasizing the importance of scholastic achievement. Our members are students first and fraternity members second. About 2/3 of our chapters now meet or exceed the all-men's average on their campus. While we are pleased that this number shows positive progress, we simply must do better in the coming years. Sigma Nu remains near the top among our interfraternal peers, but we must strive to take our percentage ever higher and be faithful to our commitment to develop the mind of our brothers. We and you also focused on the growth of our chapters this biennium. It is the chapter-level experience that provides for the growth of our brothers in so many ways, a statement to which I believe each of us would attest. One mother recently wrote to headquarters the following: "You guys have done an outstanding job. My son is more confident, verbal, and proactive than ever. Kudos to you for recognizing the traits that make for real success in life." Such a note is indicative of the power of the chapter experience. And simply put, strong chapters provide a better experience and a better Sigma Nu. Our Pursuit of Excellence program is designed to ensure that all of our collegiate chapters are delivering a valuable membership experience. I've often quoted the great football coach Vince Lombardi when he told his team that they would relentlessly chase perfection, knowing full well we will not catch it because nothing is perfect. But we are going to relentlessly chase it because in the process we will catch excellence. He then went on to say, "I am not remotely interested in just being good." My brothers, we should not be remotely interested in Sigma Nu just being good, and our Pursuit of Excellence program provides a framework for our chapters to excel. It allows a self-evaluation each year against best practices, identifies any shortcomings, and drives specific improvement actions. Strong chapters and committed alumni volunteers are closely linked. We have therefore focused on making major investments in the development of alumni advisory support. 44 new alumni advisory boards were trained, and the number of active alumni volunteers increased by more than 25% over the last 2 years. Today, more than 1,500 alumni are involved as volunteers at the chapter level. We also overhauled our Division Commander program this biennium to focus these key regional volunteers on the recruitment of other alumni to support collegiate chapters. Support of the growth of collegiate chapters is also provided through our Leadership Consultant program, with our goal being 2 visits to each chapter each academic year. These highly trained staff members, all recent graduates, delivered more than 650 group workshops and trained more than 6,000 chapter officers over the past 2 years. And we met our 2-visit goal for 98% of our chapters the first year and 100% the second. We introduced the Recruitment Blue Book, a step-by-step guide to recruitment success, along with customizable marketing materials and a new website dedicated to recruitment and marketing. And we sponsored a number of national recruiting days in regional locations. But the biggest achievement, and you should certainly congratulate yourselves on this, is that over the past 2 years, we have grown from 8,300 collegiate members to 9,500, a 14% growth rate. And there's more good news. 42% of our collegiate chapters grew their manpower by more than 25%. Our average chapter size increased from 46 to 52. 20 of our chapters now have more than 80 members, and 12 have more than 100. My brothers, we have collectively taken Sigma Nu ever higher in chapter growth and must continue to do so. Let's now turn our attention to the growth of the organization. We have grown our fraternity through improved communications, especially through the use of advanced technologies. Many of you may have felt like you already knew Robert Durham and me before you arrived here. The special video messages that we created on various topics of importance were a first in the fraternity world and have been extremely well received. Here's a sample.
Brothers, we all know that recruitment is the lifeblood of our fraternity. It's the mission of this High Council, and it's a year-round activity. We focused our attention this biennium on growth at all levels. We saw staggering increases in recruitment in the fall. Spring recruitment returns are coming in now. and we expect this positive trend to continue. For those who've not already done so, it's time to turn our attention to next fall.
Sigma Nu joined the social networking age this biennium as well when we introduced our new Facebook application and fan page. Today, more than 6,000 have downloaded our app, and we have more than 8,000 fans on Facebook. 18 months ago at a High Council meeting, a collegiate Grand Councilman mentioned a new application called Twitter. We all had a great laugh and subsequently named him Twitter. We're not laughing today, as we are now using Twitter to tweet, Flickr to post photos, and LinkedIn to network. We have also continued to produce the Delta magazine and the Rock e-newsletter. We were the first fraternity to launch a fully interactive digital version of our magazine back in 2006. We are proud of the quality of our publications, and others have also taken notice. This year, the Fraternity Communications Association recognized the Digital Delta as the best online magazine and the Rock as the best e-newsletter. A unique form of communication occurred last August when we held the first ever reunion of Sigma Nu staff since the inception of the Regional Leadership Consultant Program in 1972. This gathering allowed for the sharing of many years of Sigma Nu experiences and was an example of our commitment to further strengthen communications among alumni. And to cap it all off, we established Sigma Nu's first ever blog, which was recently selected as the most influential fraternity blog. We have grown our fraternity through expansion, which is a source of pride to me personally, since I am the product myself of an expansion effort many years ago. We have established 12 new colonies over the last 2 years, and we chartered 13 new collegiate chapters. We simply have one of the best expansion programs in the Greek world, and that's why we have more opportunities to expand than we can fulfill. As we grow our fraternity in preparation for the next 140 years, it is more important than ever that we protect our historical records and archives. Last year, based on recommendations from our Grand Historian, Bob McCulley, we adopted a new strategic goal calling for improved preservation and access to our rich history and artifacts for the purpose of educating and inspiring our brothers for generations to come. During this grand chapter, Brother McCulley will provide a special report regarding our plans and needs in this area.